Take a seat.
Hello there.
How can you do this?
It's unfair.
Another happy landing.
We would be honored if you would join us.
What is up, my fellow nerds and gangsters? Welcome back to the Spiffy Nerd Herder channel. I am Danny, and today we're going to talk a little bit about my favorite part of the first episode, Shards of the Past, the scene between Vader and Padme. We're going to talk about her eyes and how we achieved the effect, but most importantly, we're going to delve deeper into the scene as a whole. Now, this scene was not in the first drafts of the script. It wasn't until Nikolai came on board that the three of us started determining that we really needed to see what Vader wanted, rather than having him just say it to Palpatine.
Answer for your failure to save her.
We knew this part had the potential to be shocking to audiences, and so we knew it needed to come after the moment that Vader killed Palpatine, because Vader Padme is the exact opposite tonally and emotionally, and so if it came then, it would have the greatest impact on the audience. But like any script, the idea evolved over time, and this is the first iteration we came up with. The room is eerily silent except for Vader's withered breathing and the distant alarms that bellow throughout the building. Notice it was a building, not a ship. The Dark Lord then spots a peculiar object lying next to his master. He picks it up. It's a primitive wooden necklace, the Japor snippet.
I made this for you, so you'll remember me.
Before the Dark Lord appears a young slave boy named Anakin, who gives the snippet to a teenage queen named Padme. Vader turns back to the snippet in his hand and catches a glimpse of fair and healthy skin under his master's cowl. He hesitates, then carefully pulls the cowl off Sidious. Instead of his master's scarred, disfigured face, it's that of a beautiful young Padme Amidala.
Padme.
And that is why you'll never defeat me. Vader jolts around and sees Darth Sidious, alive, undamaged, standing over him, fingers outstretched. So while this first scene certainly introduced the idea that Vader missed Padme, and that he wouldn't quite achieve his potential without letting go of her, we didn't have a moment between him and Padme. We saw what Vader wanted, but I felt that we really needed to push it further. Really have a moment between the Anakin within Vader and the woman for whom he turned to the dark side, which would also show why he couldn't submit to it fully. But for me, most importantly, we didn't get to feel the moment. And for me, it's all about emotion. So from there, we played with a bunch of different ideas of how to enhance the emotions of the scene. We played with him reaching out to her, but deciding not to as a symbol of his failure. Of him reaching out, but not being able to touch her. Pretty much every single idea under the sun until we came to what is currently in the film. It's definitely one of my favorite moments of the film because of the feelings and emotions that it brings up within Vader. And, most importantly, it's one of the key moments of identification that we have with him. Then after the hug, we do what any sane filmmaker would do. We yank the audience away with the yellow eyes. The yellow eyes show that Palpatine will always control Vader, as long as Vader can't let go of the shards from his past. Vader will never achieve his true potential and defeat his master if he does not
Pledge yourself to the dark side fully, Lord Vader. Cast off the chains that bind you, and achieve a power as never before.
The glow of Padme's eyes were achieved with both contacts and visual effects. On set, we placed Cat LaSalle in the same color contacts that Palpatine wore and did the same. Then, once we edited it all together, we became a little concerned that the eyes didn't pop enough and that some people would miss the moment. So, we enhanced them with visual effects. We were really careful here about how much glow we added because we did not want them to be cartoonish. They had to pop, but not be ridiculous. And so we played around with different brightness levels until we achieved, I think, the optimal level. The moment with Padme's eyes is one of my favorite moments because it's very unexpected and it's the polar opposite of what we were feeling in the immediate moment prior with the hug. If you ever want an audience to really kind of be impacted by a moment that you're portraying to them, take them to the polar opposite first, and then yank them back over to the moment that you want to knock them over the head with, essentially. And so, what did you guys think when Padme first opened her big yellow eyes? Comment below and let me know. And like the video, share it, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you're doing something wrong with your life. Because, let's be real. Come on. Anyways, guys, stay tuned for more behind the scenes videos and other videos that will help you be the spiffy person you were always meant to be. And until then, stay spiffy, my friends, and don't do anything I wouldn't do twice.